I don't like the texture. It's like I'm eating maggots. Truly, the fact that I don't like hot cross buns is a personal failing and nothing against Britain, so please don't write me hate comments. This jar doesn't give me instructions. An American needs instructions. Maybe I am starting to like Marmite. Oh, see, it's already crumbling. It's already crumbling. This is my first Weedabix experience. I'm Kaylin, and I've lived in the UK since 2012, and today I'm trying British foods that I still haven't tried 13 years later. Some are iconically British, and some are just more popular in the UK than in America. And seeing as how I'm preparing for a trip to go to the US soon, I thought maybe it's time to expand my palate and see if there's anything else I should be bringing my American friends and family that they can't get from across the pond. Let's get started. I got this Malt Loaf that I just picked up randomly, and I thought that Malt Loaf was going to be like just a dark kind of like rye bread or something, because that's what it looks like on here. It has butter on it, and it says you can have it traditional, toasted with butter, the unusual slice of cheddar, or strawberries and cream. So then I got confused about whether this was like a loaf of bread or something else, and it sort of looks more like cake. It cuts like cake. It does not at all cut like bread. And if I read the actual description, it says a fruited malt loaf, which doesn't help somebody who doesn't know what a malt loaf is. I feel like we're just gonna go for the classic malt loaf. It says that I can eat it as it is, so I feel like we're just gonna do that. I have this relatively large piece. This is definitely not the rye bread I thought it was going to be. Actually, I've been staring at this for the past couple hours being like, not sure if I'm gonna like that one, but I really do. This is really good. I don't typically like raisins and sultanas and things, again, in my like scones or loaves or whatever, but something about how it's all squidgy and it all kind of like mixes in together makes it one giant squidgy texture, and you don't really realize that you have different things in here. The taste is also not super sweet. I'm sure like Brits will find it sweet, but it's not like overwhelmingly sweet. It's just really good. Now, one other thing I'm doing to prepare for my trip, in addition to figuring out if America needs more Malt Loaf, is downloading my eSIM. And my eSIM of choice is Saley, the sponsor of today's video. Saley is an eSIM that gives you internet connection wherever you travel so that you don't have to pay expensive roaming fees. It's far cheaper for me to download Saley to my cell phone than to get the roaming package from my UK service provider. So I've downloaded the app and got the plan I need to visit the USA. The chat support is super helpful for tech incompetent people like me, and they also have regional and global plans so you can cover multiple countries with one eSIM. I find the Wi-Fi typically provided by many American airports either has restrictions or it doesn't work very well. So Saley gives me peace of mind that when I land, I can contact people back home to let them know I've arrived, and contact people wherever I'm visiting to let them know I've landed and they need to pick me up now. It's really easy to use your cell phone to download Saley, and I have a special coupon code for my audience. Get an exclusive 15% discount on Saley eSIM data plans by downloading the Saley app and using my code GIRLGONE. You can also click on the link below or scan the QR code on screen, and don't forget code GIRLGONE to get 15% off data plans. Lemon Fancies by Mr. Kipling. Exceedingly good cakes is what's written on the box. And lemon fancies, according to the description, are golden sponge cakes with a vanilla flavor topping covered with a citrusy lemon flavor fondant icing. I have no real reason to believe I'll dislike these. They look really fun and really cute, bite-sized little cakes, and so I am going to dive right in. Cheers to the lemon fancy. It's just really good lemon cake. It's very sweet, which as an American means that I like this. Actually, that was a lot sweeter than I anticipated. I cut one into two. I think a whole one would be plenty, which again, is crazy for an American to say, because typically I could eat the whole box, but I feel like one lemon fancy would really hit the spot. I like it. It's basically just pure sugar, I'm sure. There's nothing really to dislike. Now I'm gonna stick with cakes for the minute. The next cake on my list is a Madeira Cake, which this is not homemade, it is store-bought. So yes, I know that a homemade one is going to be much better, but for the purposes of taste testing, I mean, this doesn't look bad. We've got a pretty solid looking store-bought cake. And you can see there's tons of different layers. So we've got some jam and some cream and fondant on top, and again, some yellow sponge cake. So I have cut it again into bite-sized pieces because I don't just want to eat cake all morning. Actually, I do, but I'm gonna refrain. As you might know from previous videos, I'm not a huge jam and dessert person, but there's a thin enough layer that it's fine. I'm not entirely sure the difference in flavor between this and something like a Victoria sponge. Isn't it all just yellow cake with jam and cream or something inside? Let's see, bite 2. Again, I mean, that's pure sugar. Another 10 out of 10. How could we dislike it? I'm typically more of a chocolate person, and again, I'm not sure if I need the jam in my desserts, but I have adapted a little bit. There's nothing really to dislike. I'm sure a homemade version would be even better, but I would say I also like Madeira Cake. So that's 2 extra things that I now like in the UK to add to my list of, what is it? I did 101 things I like about the UK. We can now add lemon Fancies and Madeira Cake. And another cake on my list, this is not just a cake video, but that's what we're starting with, is Battenberg cake. This is a very English cake. It has a German name because it is named for Battenberg, Germany, but it relates to when Princess Victoria got married to like a prince or someone from Battenberg. This is an English cake. This is again by the Mr. Kipling brand. Guys, we went name brand for this video. I didn't get the Aldi version. It's called Moist Checkered Sponge wrapped in a soft almond flavor paste. Let's try. Actually, I love the inside of these. I love the design. I feel like that's probably why they're so popular, is because they're fun. So let's see if the Mr. Kipling version tastes any good. I can definitely taste the almond in the like fondant soft covering. Do you know, I think I like this the best of all the cakes so far. It's still pure sugar, but something about the almond makes it not feel as sweet as the other ones. And I just feel like it has more flavor. That was actually really good. You definitely don't need a lot of this either. Maybe my taste buds have changed since moving to the UK. I literally cut one of these in half for the taste test, and I'm like, yeah, that's good. I'm satisfied. I feel like I'm losing my American taste for sugar. Now I'm gonna have something to break up the sweetness, which are potato cakes. Again, store-bought, but brand name, people. Again, this is not Asda's own. It also says on here, these don't look anything like potatoes or cakes, but they certainly are tasty, which is basically exactly, well, I basically also thought these don't look like potatoes or cakes. So they look like a pancake to me. Like this looks exactly like an American pancake. Kind of thick, not as fluffy, but doesn't really smell of anything in particular. But I'm gonna follow the recipe on the recipe. This is potato cake recipes. The instructions on the pack, which says simply toast or grill for 2 to 3 minutes or until light golden brown. And somewhere on here, or I read somewhere, you could just basically put butter on it. So I am going to toast it, don't worry, and put some butter on it, and we'll see how we go. I've now toasted this with a little bit too much butter. Didn't mean to put on so much, but here we go. First, potato cake. Just dip that in the butter. Okay, it's not a bread texture. It is a more dense, like, stodgy texture, I guess you would say. Kind of does taste like pancake texture. It's good. It is good. Soaked in butter, it's good. I'm not sure I enjoy it as much as I feel I should have enjoyed this, given that I like potatoes and I like cake and I like pancakes and I like bread and I like all of the beige stuff that this could resemble. I think I should have liked it more. It was fine. It was fine. But obviously it's something like toast where you're gonna add different stuff. So the butter obviously makes a difference, and I'm sure there are other things people can add. But I was expecting this to be one of the winners. Again, it's not offensive. It's like a good taste. I love beige food. That's like my main food group. But the fact that I liked like the malt loaf more than the potato cake really surprises me. Okay, now we're gonna move on to something that is also available in America, but it's something I've never had and I feel like is more popular in the UK, and that is rice pudding. Now, I've put myself some in a little fancy little bowl here to try, and I have read the instructions on the back. which say that I can enjoy it hot or cold. There are microwavable and oven-based instructions, but it says taste delicious hot or cold. And I feel like it's gonna be a personal preference thing. And so I'm just gonna try it cold. To be honest, this is one of the ones that I'm the most scared of trying because the texture does not appeal to me whatsoever. It's very gloopy and it doesn't really have a smell. Okay, I mean, it doesn't actually have that much of a smell, so maybe it won't be an offensive taste. It's just, it's gloopy and it looks a little bit like maggots, but we're gonna try it. See, I'm fine trying cake, but when you come to something that I'm not actually sure of, this is where my food anxiety kicks in. Shout out to my Marmite video if you've seen how long it took me to try that. Okay, just do it for the viewers. And you guys are gonna be like, you ate it wrong, you have to eat it hot. But it says on the can that it tastes delicious hot or cold. No. It doesn't taste good cold. I'll tell you that much. Oh, I don't like it. It's just, I don't like the texture. It's like I'm eating maggots. Okay, it did not work cold, so I am going to try it hot in case that's the problem. So I'm gonna heat this up and come back to you. Okay, I have heated it up. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell that it is actually steaming. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know how to show you that. It is steaming and it has taken on a bit of a different texture. So we're gonna decide if the can is wrong and maybe it only tastes delicious hot. So, still scared. Still thinking about the spoonful I just had, but here we go. Okay, it's much better hot. It's not great. I could see how it could be good. I could see how somebody would think it was good. Obviously, I've just got like the plain version. Much better heated up, in my humble opinion. It tastes much less like squidgy insects and more like potentially a dessert. So I would say this is not going to the top of my list. I'm very sorry to those of you who love rice pudding because I'm sure there are plenty of you. I'm gonna need you to comment below and let me know how I'm supposed to enjoy it. What am I supposed to add to this to make it taste good? And again, you're gonna have a go at me and said, rice pudding is not good cold. Actually, I don't know, maybe some of you will enjoy that. But I would say it is a false claim that it tastes delicious hot or cold. Cold, it was just too congealed and not good. So in terms of ratings, which I haven't really rated anything besides some 10 out of 10s, but in terms of rating, I would give this a 6 out of 10. Now we are on to the hot cross bun. I've done a whole video about hot cross buns during Easter in the UK. Never tried one. If I said I tried one, then I lied. So these also can be eaten hot or cold. I feel more happy about trying this cold. I'm a little bit wary of the raisins inside. I'm not gonna lie, but when we had the malt loaf, we got through it just fine. So, cheers to a hot cross bun. No. Nope. I don't like it. I don't like it. I am so sorry to the hot cross bun lovers, which is the majority of the population. It's nothing against the hot cross bun, though I know it seems like it. The problem is I don't like raisins and stuff that are in desserts. The malt loaf works because it kind of like squidgied it all together, so I couldn't tell, but that's a solid raisin in the dough. And I also don't really like it's not spicy is the wrong word. Spiced is the right word. It's like a spiced flavor. I don't like that either. And I know that you can add other stuff to hot cross buns, but I don't even like the base of it, and making this hot isn't gonna help. Truly, the fact that I don't like hot cross buns is a personal failing and nothing against Britain, so please don't write me hate comments. Next on my list is Branston Pickleilly. I have no idea what to expect here. They've been going since 1922, so clearly Brits have been enjoying this since 1922. I know it's like a condiment. I'm not sure you're supposed to eat spoonfuls, so I'm just gonna have like a small taste. It smells very pickled, and I suspect, oh, it's in a mustard sauce. That's what I'm smelling. So it's cauliflower, onion, gherkin, and onion pickleilly in a tangy mustard sauce. I do like mustard. I know it's very strong. So I'm just gonna dip. I'm just dipping. We're not going crazy. We're just tasting. Okay. Deep breath. It's pretty good. I was not expecting to like this, which is a theme of this video. And I know you're supposed to have it with other stuff like a slice of cheese or something. But actually the taste is very good. It's extremely yellow. Actually, a lot of the things I've been trying today come in these very yellow packages, so clearly I've just missed the yellow section of the supermarket. I'm like still eating this by the spoonful. I would like your comments below on what I'm supposed to eat pickleilly with, because I'm having kind of just a tiny bit off the spoon and it's good. Like, it's obviously, this is not like Nutella. We're not going in by the spoonful. I could already tell that. But what would you spread it on? This jar doesn't give me instructions. An American needs instructions. Okay, Americans are dumb, confirmed, because there are instructions on here. They were just hard to find. Spoon out and enjoy in a delicious pickleilly cheese and tomato baguette sandwich. Right, okay, so it's something to like put on a sandwich. I could be okay with that. Pickleilly, 8 out of 10. Now, I was thinking we'd save the Marmite cashews for last, but actually, I didn't mind Marmite when I tried it once I had gotten a bit used to it. So I feel I've dumped them into this bowl just so I could smell them. They're very Marmite-y, but I have more hope now after Pickleilly that I might like them. So these are oven-baked cashews covered in Marmite seasoning. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. That's all I've got so far. I can see that. I can see why people eat these. They're not my personal favorite. The fact that I could keep eating them shows you something, because the cold rice pudding, I could not even gag that down. These are pretty good. So maybe I am starting to like Marmite. And the second to last item on my list is a UK classic, Weedabix. I have never had these. Truly never. I know in Australia they have their own version called like Weedabix. I think it's the same thing. But they're basically these like pucks of like bran or whatever that turns into some kind of like cereal porridge thing. I have tried to read up on how you're supposed to eat Weedabix, and everybody seems to enjoy it differently. Most people say add milk, which is what I'm gonna do today. A couple people said water, and then people were like, you're weird. Someone said they eat it dry with butter, which can't really imagine that. And again, trying to find the instructions on the box. Do we have instructions on how to eat it? Like, no, because no one needs instructions on how to eat Weedabix. I can't find how Weedabix themselves suggest to eat it. That's freedom. So I'm gonna put mine in a bowl with some milk, which is what I found. Some people say they add sugar, but I feel like once I start adding things, then it's not a true taste test. Oh, that was the other thing. Some people said hot milk, some people said cold milk, but most people said cold milk. All I have is oat milk, so that better work. So I'm gonna open this and pour some in. However, before we do this, fun fact, I do not like a high milk to cereal ratio. I prefer for the cereal to basically absorb the milk, so I don't even know it existed. So I'm not gonna add too much. So we have our Weedabix thing, and I'm just gonna add, also people were like, don't pour it on top. God, why are there so many rules? Okay, I've honestly just added like, not even that much, but I really don't like, oh, see, it's already crumbling. It's already crumbling. This is my first Weedabix experience. Oh, okay. So you just like smoosh it. Ew. It's like, okay. Okay, it's like turning into like soggy cardboard, kind of. That's okay. I still have faith. Okay. I'm stressed. It kind of tastes like nothing. It's not terrible. I can see why people add sugar. But here's the thing. People also add sugar to their oatmeal / porridge, and I don't add that to my porridge. And I like porridge without sugar. So should it need sugar? I feel like it shouldn't. Yeah, it's better now. Now that it's all come together a bit. Obviously, sugar is going to make it taste better. Sugar is going to make anything taste better. It's not awful. It's fine. It'll do the job. It's kind of fun seeing it all like smushed down with the milk. And I could see if you added berries or added something else on top, then it would be even better. And the last thing on my list is an iconic British institution, pot noodle. The student meal of choice I've heard across Britain. I have never had pot noodle. I've never felt the desire to have a pot noodle. Do I like, I mean, it's like ramen, right? Do I like ramen? Yes. This has just never come up for me. So we're gonna try and figure out how to work a pot noodle because I have no idea. So I have opened it already to find this little sachet thing and this very dry looking bits of ingredients. I have gone for the original curry flavor because I thought if we're gonna try pot noodle on camera, which we are, then we shouldn't go for one of like the other flavors. We should go original. So peel back lid halfway. Oop, already went too far. This video could also be titled American Figures Out How to Work Pot Noodle. Okay, done. Remove sachet. I'm 2 steps ahead of you. Pour boiling water to fill line. Okay, we're gonna need some boiling water. Okay, I have boiling water and I have a spoon, and now I don't have enough hands to deal with this. So let's see. Pour boiling water to fill line. Okay, maybe, should I be holding this when I do it? Ah. Okay. I'm pouring the boiling water in to the fill line, I guess. So now this is basically full of boiling water. So now it says recover pot with lid and leave for 2 minutes. Okay, so I'm putting this down. Side note, yeah, don't hold that while you're pouring boiling water in, dumb Americans. That was a reference to myself, by the way. Okay, we have 15 seconds to go until the pot noodle timer is up. So I have my sachet. It says tear here. Okay, that worked. And now I'm gonna put the sachet. Ooh, okay. I'm gonna make sure you can see what's going on here. Right, so I put in the sachet and it says to then leave it for like another 2 minutes. I don't like how watery it's looking, which is concerning me. These are the instructions on the pot noodle. So if you're supposed to do it another way, they should put that in the directions. I've done it exactly according to the directions. Actually, I think the amount of liquid is fine for like a ramen based thing, but I'm a picky eater and it's just like the texture is scaring me. Looks like this. The smell is pretty good. The flavor smells okay. I suspect that I would like just the noodles without all of this liquid. So maybe do people drain the liquid? Again, it doesn't say to drain it on here. So I guess I'm just gonna have to go in and like have some of the noodle. Oh, it's really hot. Duh, it's like boiling water. I do like the flavor. I like the flavor and I like the noodly bits. But there's no way I'm gonna have the liquid that's in here. I mean, it's ramen with a curry flavoring. I like ramen noodles. I'm not opposed to the flavor. I don't hate it. It's growing on me. I should add less water next time maybe, or drain it or something. There's like a solitary pea in here as well. Let's see. Ew. Okay, the rehydrated pea, not so much. It's good. It's not changing my life, but it's good. Now that brings me to the end of this taste test. I feel like it was actually very successful in finding some new things that I could introduce people to who aren't from the UK or don't live here like I do, because we did have some winners. The Battenberg cake, Pickleilly, weirdly. Even the Marmite cashews, I'm like, for the right person, I can understand this. Now, don't forget to check out the link to Saley or use the QR code here to get 15% off an eSIM data plan using code GIRLGONE. As always, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.